Hello everyone. So in this video we will be discussing important current affairs for the second week of the August month. In this video a total of 16 important current affairs will be discussed of utmost importance. All those students who are watching our video for the first time, I'll suggest you all to do subscribe to our channel. Share the link of this video with your friends, cousins, relatives and let them know about our channel. Welcome to Affairs Cloud. My name is Vikas Rana. We are one-stop solution for current affairs. You can find our Crack Current Affairs course on our application exclusively for current affairs, where you will be getting daily, weekly and monthly current affairs on regular basis. You can use code VIKAS10 to get additional 10% discount while purchasing the course. This video is available both in English and Hindi. The timestamp for both English and Hindi are mentioned in the description of each video. You can contact us on the number provided or mail provided. Also follow us on Telegram and Instagram, and the link for the same is provided in the description of each video. Also students, we have started a new initiative that is of handwritten notes. It is helpful to understand the news daily, time saving and very useful for your revision. We aims to cover 15 questions via handwritten notes in upcoming bank exams. These handwritten notes are available on daily current affairs content PDF at our mobile application and website careerscloud.in. Only our Crack Current Affairs subscribers will be able to access these handwritten notes. A sample PDF of the handwritten notes will be available in the description. First question is, which organization has recently released the World Development Report 2024 highlighting that India would take approximately 75 years to reach 1/4 of the USA per capita income? So this data was recently released by World Bank and they stated that India, our country, would require almost 70 years to reach almost 1/3 or 1/4, that is 1/4 of the US per capita income, right? And apart from this, remember, this is World Bank that has released this data. Also, if we talk about globally, we are seeing that India is the fastest growing country emerging. Last year also India was the fastest growing economy, and in FY25 it is also considered that India will be the fastest growing economy. If we talk about UNDP, United Nations Development Program, and GEF, that is Global Environment Facility, they together launched a new $135 million Blue and Green Island Integrated Program, right? And this is basically to help develop the small island developing states. If we talk about World Economic Forum, they have recently released the Global Gender Gap Report. Global Gender Gap Report. And it stated that India closed 64.1% of their gender gap in 2024 and secured 129th position among 146 countries in the Global Gender Gap Index. So 129th is the rank of our India. If we talk about World Trade Organization, they have recently released a report that is Global Trade Outlook and Statistics for April month that stated that the global merchandise trade volume is projected to grow by 2.6% in 2024 and 3.3% in 2025. Next, which company has recently received the certificate of registration from RBI for NBFC Investment and Credit Company? It is L&T Finance Limited, right? They have recently received the NBFC license, correct? That is your NBFC Investment and Credit Company license from RBI. Earlier it was registered, L&T Finance was registered as CIC, that is Core Investment Company. Now it has transformed into ICC, that is Investment and Credit Company. Next, what was the Reserve Bank of India's rank in Sovereign Wealth Fund Institute top 100 largest central banking ranking by total assets in the world 2024? So total assets is the organization that has released this data, and RBI stands at 12th position in the Sovereign Wealth Fund top 100 largest central banking ranking, right? And RBI stands at 12th position with the total assets worth $839 billion. In this, it is United States of America, that is the Federal Reserve System of USA, secured the top position, that is the first position with $7.84 trillion in net assets, followed by the People Bank of China they secured the second position here. Next, who has been recently appointed as the chairman of SBI, State Bank of India? So CS Sethi, that is Challa Srinivasulu Sethi, has been appointed as the new chairman of SBI. He will be succeeding Dinesh Kumar Khara. And who has been appointed as the managing director of SBI? Rana Ashutosh Singh. Ashutosh Singh. Then if we talk about Ajit Kumar KK, he has been appointed as the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Dhanlakshmi Bank for the next 3 years. Next, who has been recently appointed as the Prime Minister of Tunisia succeeding Ahmed Hachini? So, Kamal Maduri, correct, has been appointed as the Prime Minister of Tunisia. If we talk about Ousmane Sonko has been appointed as the Prime Minister of Senegal. Next, name the former West Bengal Chief Minister who passed away in August 2024. So Buddhadev Bhattacharjee, right? Buddhadev Bhattacharjee recently passed away. He was the former West Bengal Chief Minister. He passed away at the age of 80 in Kolkata, West Bengal, and he served as the Chief Minister of West Bengal from 2000 to 2001, then from 2001 to 2006, and then from 2006 to 2011. He was honored with Padma Bhushan in 2022 in public affairs. Next, according to the WTO report titled World Trade Statistical Review for 2023, India was ranked what in the global agriculture exports in 2023? So globally, India stands at 8th position in the global agriculture exports, and India exported a value worth $51 billion. Right, then it is European Union. They secured the first position in this global agriculture exports list. Right, European Union, with a valuation of exports that is $836 billion of goods were exported. Next, which of the following points are correct with respect to the RBI's third bi-monthly monetary policy of the financial year 24-25? So which of the following points are correct here? If we see option A and B are correct, C is wrong. C is saying that RBI proposed to increase the UPI limit for tax payments from 1 lakh rupees to 7 lakh rupees to help the taxpayers to pay high tax liability quickly. So this is everything is right, but this has been increased from 1 lakh rupees to 5 lakh rupees, not 7 lakh rupees. Next, which organization has recently secured a long-term loan of 25.5 billion Japanese yen from JBIC, that is Japan Bank for International Cooperation, to finance 300.3 megawatt wind energy project of Austro Kannada Power Private Limited in Karnataka? So which is that organization? It is PFC, Power Finance Corporation Limited. Next, who has been recently appointed as the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Multi Commodity Exchange of India Limited? So Praveena Rai. Option 4, she has been appointed as the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Multi Commodity Exchange of India Limited, that is the India's largest commodity exchange. Next, which of the following points are correct with respect to Paris 2024 Summer Olympics held from 26th of July to 11th of August? If we look at the options here, option A and option C are right, B is wrong. B is saying that skateboarding had made its debut as Olympic sport in Paris 2024. So was it skateboarding? No, it was breakdancing. Breakdancing made its debut in the Olympic sports of 2024. Right, and Manu Bakar, and Sarabjot Singh, they both won bronze medal, and Swapnil Kusale won the bronze medal in the men's 50-meter rifle 3-position event. Next, which bank has recently approved raising 3,000 crore rupees fund through debt securities and shares sale? So it is IndusInd Bank. Right, IndusInd Bank's board, they have approved raising 30,000 crore rupees in funds through debt securities and share sales. Next, the government e-marketplace celebrated its DAS Foundation Day on 9th of August. So GEM, that is government e-marketplace, they celebrated the 8th foundation day. It was the 8th foundation day on 9th of August. Next, which of the following points are correct with respect to the recent cabinet approvals on 8th of August. If we look at the options here, option B and C are right, but A is wrong. A is saying that the modification of Pradhan Mantri Jeevan, that is Jaiv Indhan Vatavaran Anukul Fasal Avadesh Nivaran Yojana, that is Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Yojana, has extended the implementation timeline by 5 years until 2930, that is till FY 2030. So everything is right here, but remember this Jeevan scheme has been extended by 5 years till FY 29, and this Jeevan thing is basically to promote the biofuels. Now option ABC all are right. Next, which state has recently launched India's first round-the-clock grain ATM? That is Annapurti. So what is the name of the India's first grain ATM? That is Annapurti. Where it has been set up, this is the question that is asked. So this India's first round-the-clock, that is 24/7 grain ATM, has been set up in Odisha, and its name is Annapurti. This has been set up in collaboration with World Food Program, that is of United Nations. So option 2 is right here. Next, in August, Ministry of Home Affairs constituted a 5-member committee. This 5-member committee will monitor the current situation on the Indo-Bangladesh border. We know all the situation that is going on in Bangladesh, right? And Sheikh Hasina, the Prime Minister of Bangladesh, she resigned from her position and she fled the country, right? And we are seeing that multiple attacks are going on the Hindus in the Bangladesh, and multiple people want to migrate to India, and multiple people are there on the borders of India, right? So to look into that matter, a 5-member committee has been established by our Home Minister. Question asked is that who will be monitoring or who will be heading this committee? It will be headed by Ravi Gandhi. Next, which airline has recently named as the best airline in India, South Asia 2024 at the Skytrax World Airline Awards 2024? It is Vistara. Vistara is the airline that secured the top position, or it is the best airline in India and South Asia. If we are talking about the world's best airline, then which is it? World's best airline is Qatar Airways. India's best airline is Vistara. Next, in August, SBI projected a dash year-on-year growth in India's GDP for FY25. So SBI projected that India will be growing by 7% year-on-year in FY25. Right? Then World Bank, they projected India to grow by 6.6%. Then Moody, that is a global rating agency, they projected India to grow by 6.8%. And if we talk about Goldman Sachs, they projected India to grow by 6.9%. Next, when was World Biofuel Day observed across the globe? So on 10th of August, we observed World Biofuel Day. Next, when was the World Lion Day observed across the globe? World Lion Day also observed on 10th of August. If we talk about 23rd of May, it is observed as World Turtle Day. 17th of June as the World Crocodile Day. Right? And 3rd of May observed as World or International Leopard Day. Next, who has been recently awarded the inaugural book Brahma Sahitya Puraskar 2024? So B. Jaya Mohan has been honored with the or awarded with the inaugural, that is the inaugural means the first edition of the book Brahma Sahitya Puraskar in 2024, and it was awarded during an event that was held in Bengaluru, Karnataka. Next, which company has recently won the Technology Development Fund Scheme fund to develop an underwater drone or remotely operated vehicle that can monitor large ranges? So it is iROV, right? This is the company. They have won the TDF, Technology Development Fund Scheme fund, to develop underwater drones that can help to explore the underwater regions. This iROV, this is they signed an agreement with DRDO for this. Next, which ministry or department has recently signed an MOU with New Space India Limited, that is NSIL? This is the commercial arm of ISRO, and the MOU has been signed to grant assistance for the launch of Nepal-built Munal satellite. So it is with Ministry of External Affairs. So NSIL and MEA, they signed an MOU to help launch the Nepal-built indigenous satellite, that is Munal satellite. Next, in August, Prime Minister Narendra Modi released 109 varieties of 61 crops developed by whom in New Delhi. So these are the crops, right? 61 crops, 109 new varieties of 61 crops that are developed by ICAR. Indian Council of Agriculture Research has been recently launched by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. These new variety of crops are they are nutritionally rich and adaptable to various environmental and climate changes. Next, name the portal that was recently launched under Mission Karam Yogi during the Civil Service Training Institutions Convention at the Vigyan Bhavan in New Delhi. So this is Amrit Gyan Kosh, right? This is the name of the portal that was launched. This was launched under Mission Karam Yogi and it was launched during the Civil Service Training Institutions Convention at Vigyan Bhavan in New Delhi. This facility or this particular Amit Gyan Kosh portal, this is a comprehensive knowledge repository. This will offer various Indian centric, that is Indian related case studies that will help to reduce the dependency on the Western sources. As well as apart from this, a faculty development portal has also been launched that aims to improve the teaching skills, because faculty are the teachers, right? To improve the teaching skills, this faculty development portal has been launched. Next, name the bilateral air exercise conducted between Indian Air Force and Royal Malaysian Air Force from 5th to 9th of August in Malaysia. What is the name of that exercise? That is Udara Shakti. This is the name of the exercise conducted between Indian Air Force and Royal Malaysian Air Force. What is the location where this was conducted? It is Malaysia. Next, also one more thing, remember from Indian Air Force, 7 Sukhoi 30 Mark 1 fighter jets took part in this exercise. Next, name the 10th edition of the joint military exercise conducted between the armies of India and Sri Lanka. So name of that exercise is Mitra Shakti. This was held where location? It was held in Sri Lanka. Right? Next, which bank has recently introduced Primus, that is the ultra premium credit card, in partnership with Visa Incorporation? This is Axis Bank. They have launched this Primus Ultra Premium credit card and this will be offered on invitation only, and this is card designed specifically for the ultra high net worth individuals in India. Also, Axis Bank, they have launched the second edition of the Sparsh Week. So question can be asked that Sparsh Week was launched by which bank? It was launched by Axis Bank. Next, which bank's quarterly report projected India's merchandise export to grow by 4.2% to reach $111.7 billion in the second quarter of the financial year 25? It is India Exim Bank, right? Indian Export and Import Bank of India. They projected India's merchandise export to grow by 4.2%. Next, which organization or bank recently allowed the FPIs, that is foreign portfolio investors, to invest in the sovereign green bonds at the IFSC in Gandhinagar, Gujarat? It is RBI. RBI has now allowed foreign portfolio investors that they can invest in the sovereign green bonds that will be issued at IFSC in Gandhinagar, Gujarat. Next, which company has recently received the approval from Indian Navy to construct 6 advanced submarines in partnership with Germany's ThyssenKrupp Marine Systems under the Project 75 India initiative? It is Madgaon Dock Shipbuilders Limited, right? This is the company that received the approval from Indian Navy to construct 6 advanced submarines in partnership with the Germany's ThyssenKrupp Marine System, and these 6 advanced submarines will be developed under the Project 75I. Next, name the Padma Bhushan awardee and former Indian External Affairs Minister who recently passed away in August 2024. So, Kunwar Natwar Singh, right? He recently passed away. He was a Padma Bhushan awardee and former Indian External Affairs Minister who passed away in 2024. He was honored with Padma Bhushan in 1984 for civil services. Next, when was World Elephant Day observed across the globe to raise awareness about the preservation and protection of elephants? It is 12th of August. We observe World Elephant Day and it is observed across the globe to raise awareness about the preservation and protection of elephants. Then on 3rd of March, we observe World Wildlife Day. On 16th of July, World Snake Day. And on 17th of June, we observe World Crocodile Next, which organization has recently created Environment and Ecology Department for standardization on issues related to environment and ecology? Which is that organization? It is BIS, Bureau of Indian Standards. We know that if we want to export our products, right, in the international market, these products should be of high quality. So to maintain the quality of these products, right, BIS has recently created an Environment and Ecology Department for standardization on issues related to environment and ecology. Next, who has recently taken charge as the ambassador of India to USA? So Vijay Mohan Quatra, right? He took charge as the ambassador of India to United States of America. He will succeed whom? He will be succeeding Taranjit Singh Sandhu. Next, Tungabhadra Dam is situated where? Tungabhadra Dam is situated in Karnataka, right? And Tungabhadra Dam, on the 19th gate of the Tungabhadra Dam was swept away by flood waters on 10th of August. That is the reason we should remember this. Next, which ministry organized the 28th Conference of Central and State Statistical Organization held in New Delhi from 12th to 13th of August 2024? So which ministry organized this 28th Conference of Central and State Statistical Organization? It is the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. There was a theme for this that you can remember, theme being use of data for decision making, strengthening state statistical system. Next, which of the following are the three Indian Ocean geographical structures named by International Hydrographic Organization and Intergovernmental Oceanographic Commission of UNESCO? So, which of the following three Indian Ocean geographical structures named by IHO and IOC of UNESCO? So, all of three: Ashoka Seamount, Chandragupta Ridge, and Kalpataru Ridge. In Indian Ocean, these are the three structures that were discovered, and they have been named as Ashoka Seamount, Chandragupta Ridge, and Kalpataru Ridge. Next, which country's Small Business Administration has recently signed an MOU with India to promote cooperation on small and medium-sized enterprises? It is United States of America. So India signed an MOU with USA for promoting these small and medium enterprises. Next, which organization released the Global Employment Trends for Youth 2024 report, highlighting that the global youth unemployment rate in 2024 increased to 13%, representing a 15-year low? It is International Labour Organization. Next, who is the chairperson of the 10th member expert committee that was recently constituted by RBI to benchmark their statistics with global standards? It is MD Patra, that is Michael Dibatra Patra, right? He is the deputy governor of RBI, correct? And he has recently constituted, and RBI has constituted a 10-member committee that will be headed by MD Patra. Next, who will be the chief executive officer of newly incorporated NPCI Bhim Service Limited, that is NBSL? So Lalita Natraj, correct, will be the new CEO of newly incorporated NPCI Bhim Service Limited. And who will be the chief business officer here? Rahul Handa. Next, if we talk about Ravi Agarwal has been appointed as the chairperson of Central Board of Direct Taxes. Next is India is scheduled to commence full-scale production of 4.5 generation plus light combat aircraft Mark II fighter jets from 2029 onwards, right? And in addition, the mass production of the advanced medium combat aircraft, that is the 5th generation fighter, is anticipated to start by 2035. So for LCM Mark II fighter jet 2029 and AMCA 5th generation fighter jets production will start by 2035. Next, who is the author of the recently released book titled Bharat ke 75 Mahan Krantikari, that is 75 Great Revolutionaries of India? So Bhim Singh, right? He is the author of this book titled Bharat ke 75 Mahan Krantikari. Next, which author has recently received the Pardo Ella Award, that is basically or Career Leopard Award for the contribution to cinema at the 77th Locarno Film Festival in Switzerland? So this award was recently presented to Shah Rukh Khan, and during his speech also he said that it is very difficult to pronounce this name, right? So this is Pardo Ella Career Award, that is Locarno Tourism or Career Leopard award that was for his contribution to cinema at the 77th Locarno Film Festival that was held in Switzerland. And he is the first Indian personality to be honored with the Lifetime Achievement Award at the Locarno Film Festival. Next, which institution was ranked first in the overall category according to the 9th edition of India Ranking 2024 based on the National Institutional Ranking Framework? So it is IIT Madras. This is the institution that secured the first position in the overall category, and it is for the 6th consecutive time that they secured the first position here, and they were the 9th edition of the NIRF ranking that were recently released. Next, which of the following wetlands have been recently designated as Ramsar sites? So all these three, Nanjarayan Bird Sanctuary, Kazuveli Bird Sanctuary and Tawa Reservoir. Tawa Reservoir is in Madhya Pradesh and rest two are in Tamil Nadu. And now the total number of Ramsar sites in India. What is it? It is 85. Next, which ministry has recently launched the Geo Parsi scheme portal for Parsis to get financial aid online through direct benefit transfer mode? It is Ministry of Minority Affairs, right? This is the ministry. They have launched this Geo Parsi scheme portal for Parsis to get financial aid online through direct benefit transfer. Apart from this, Hajj application has also been launched for 2025. This will be basically receiving all the entries for Hajj 2025 that will be held in Saudi Arabia, and all the data that will be collected here will be sent to Saudi Arabia for further or basically for security measures. Next, according to the newly inducted Offshore Areas Mineral Trust Rules 2024, the production leaseholders of the offshore mines must contribute 10% of the royalty payments to the trust. Next, which organization has recently signed an MOU with the Indian Stainless Steel Development Association to enhance MSME exports of the steel products? It is Engineering Export Promotion Council of India. They have recently signed this MOU with Indian Stainless Steel Development Association to enhance the MSME exports of the steel products. Next, what percentage premium has the Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas approved over the regulated administrated price mechanism price for the natural gas produced from the new wells or wells interventions in nominated fields of ONGC and Oil India Limited? So 20% premium has been notified by the Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas. Next, according to the revised guidelines issued by RBI, deposit taking housing finance companies are now required to maintain 15% of the liquid assets of the public deposits that are held by them by 1st of July 2025. Right, this will be done in a sequenced manner. Now first they need to maintain 14% by 1st of January 2025, and then it will increase to 15% by 1st of July 2025. Next, name the rural fintech startup that has recently received the NBFC license. It is Jai Kisan. This is the rural fintech startup and they have received NBFC license from RBI. Next, name the long-range glide bomb that has recently underwent a successful maiden flight test conducted by DRDO. What is the name of this long-range glide bomb? This is Gaurav. Right? Where was this tested? This was tested in Odisha. It was tested using Sukhoi 30 Mark 1 fighter jet. Correct? Apart from this, remember DRDO, they have also tested man portable anti-tank guided missile, and this was tested in Pokhran range in Rajasthan. Next, name the ISRO's launch vehicle carrying the Earth observation satellite which was successfully launched on 16th of August 2024. What is the name of that launch vehicle? It is SSLV D3, that is Small Satellite Launch Vehicle D3. This small satellite launch vehicle will be very beneficial in launching the small satellites for India. Next, renowned DRDO scientist and Padma Bhushan awardee Dash, hailed as the father of Agni missiles, passed away. So who is known as the father of Agni missiles and a Padma Bhushan awardee who passed away? He will be Ram Narayan Agarwal. He was honored with Padma Shri in 1990 and then with Padma Bhushan in 2000. And this is for his contribution to science and engineering. Next, who has been recently appointed as the Union Home Secretary? So Govind Mohan has been recently appointed as the Union Home Secretary. He will be succeeding Ajay Kumar Bhalla. So that's all for the day, students. Now let's move to some revision part that will be very beneficial in your learning. Who has been recently elected as the first women president of United Mexican State, that is Mexico? Claudia Sheinbaum. She became the first woman president of Mexico. Right? Next, who has been recently appointed as the Crown Prince of Kuwait by Sheikh Mashal Al Ahmad Al Sabah, the Emir of Kuwait? So, who is he? He will be Sheikh Sabah Khalid Al Ahmad Al Mubarak Al Sabah. He became the Crown Prince of Kuwait. Next, who has been recently appointed as the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of PNB MetLife India Insurance Company Limited with effect from 1st of July 2024. So, Sameer Bansal, right? He has been appointed as Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of PNB MetLife Insurance. He will succeed whom? He will be succeeding Ashish Srivastava. Next, name the former Cameroon Prime Minister who has recently been elected as the President of the 79th session of United Nations General Assembly. So Philemon Yang, right? Philemon Yang, he became the Prime Minister. He became the President of Cameroon. Correct? Take a note of this. And he became the President. He is the President of Cameroon, and he became the President of the 79th session of the United Nations General Assembly. Take a note of this. Moving on. Who has been recently assumed the additional charge of the Director General of Employee State Insurance Corporation? So Kamal Kishore Sohn, right? He assumed the additional charge of the Director General of the Employee State Insurance Corporation. Next, who has recently sworn in as the new Chief Minister of Sikkim? Prem Singh Tamang, right? He has been sworn in as the new Chief Minister of the Sikkim state. Next, who has been recently appointed as the Chief Secretary of Andhra Pradesh? So Nirab Kumar Prasad, right? He was appointed as the Chief Secretary of Andhra Pradesh. She and Nirab Kumar Prasad, right? He will replace whom? He will be replacing K.S. Jawahar Reddy. Next, who has been recently appointed as the acting chairperson of the National Human Rights Commission of India following the retirement of the incumbent chairman Justice Arun Kumar Mishra on 1st of June 2024. So Vijay Bharti Shani, right, has been appointed as the acting chairperson of NHRC, that is National Human Rights Commission of India, with effect from 2nd of June. She will take over from Justice Arun Kumar Mishra, who is the former Supreme Court judge. Next, who has been recently sworn in as the 18th Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, succeeding Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy? So, Chandrababu Naidu. He has been sworn in as the 18th Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, and he will succeed Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy, who served as the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh from 2019 to 2024. Next, who recently became the 15th Chief Minister of Odisha, succeeding Naveen Patnaik, who served as the Chief Minister of Odisha from the year 2000 to 2024. Mohan Charan Manjhi, right? He will replace Naveen Patnaik to be the 15th Chief Minister of Odisha state, and Naveen Patnaik also the longest serving Chief Minister of Odisha from 2000 to 2024. Also remember, he is the second longest serving Chief Minister of the combined states from India, right? If we take about India, he is the longest serving Chief Minister of India. Pawan Kumar Chamling, the 5-time Chief Minister of Sikkim, that is from 1994 to 2019, was the longest serving Chief Minister of India. Next, who has been recently appointed as the Director General of the Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce and Industry, that is FICCI. So, who has been appointed as the Director General of FICCI? So, Jyoti Vich. She has been appointed as the Director General of FICCI. Next, who has recently taken oath as the Chief Minister of Arunachal Pradesh? Pema Khandu, right? Taken oath as the Chief Minister of Arunachal Pradesh. Pema Khandu is of BJP party, and this will be for the third consecutive time he has been appointed as the Chief Minister of Arunachal Pradesh. Then who is the Deputy Chief Minister of Arunachal Pradesh? Chawna May. Next, recently ACC has appointed whom as the National Security Advisor of India and Dash as appointed as the Principal Secretary to the Prime Minister Narendra Modi. So if we talk about the National Security Advisor, that is our NSA, Ajit Doval sir, and who has been appointed as the Principal Secretary to the Prime Minister, PK Mishra. So right option here becomes option 1, Ajit Doval as the National Security Advisor and PK Mishra as the Chief Secretary or Principal Secretary to the Prime Minister. Next, who has been recently appointed as the President of South Africa? So Matamela Cyril Ramaphosa has been appointed as the President of South Africa. Next, name the personality who has been recently appointed as the Global Goodwill Ambassador of the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees. So Theo James has been appointed as the Global Goodwill Ambassador of the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees. Next, who has been recently appointed as the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Dhan Lakshmi Bank Limited. So Ajit Kumar KK has been appointed as the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Dhan Lakshmi Bank Limited. And Ajit Kumar KK will be succeeding whom? He will be succeeding JK Sivan. Next, who has been recently appointed as the Chairman of Bharti AXA Life Insurance Company Limited? So Akhil Gupta, right? Akhil Gupta has been appointed as the Chairman of Bharti AXA Life Insurance Company Limited. Next, who was recently appointed as the Chairman and Managing Director of Bharat Electronics Limited with effect from 20th of June 2024. So Manoj Jain. Manoj Jain has been appointed as the Chairman and Managing Director of Bharat Electronics Limited. And Manoj Jain will be succeeding whom? He will be succeeding Bhanu Prakash Srivastav. Then Manoj Jain, he will succeed whom? He will be succeeding Bhanu Prakash Srivastav. Next, who has been recently appointed as the new Secretary of the TRAI for a period of 2 years? So Atul Kumar Chaudhary. He has been appointed as the new Secretary of TRAI, Telecom Regulatory Authority of India, for the next 2 years. And next is who has been recently appointed as the new MD and CEO of HDFC Ergo General Insurance Company Limited? Anuj Tyagi. Right, so Anuj Tyagi has been appointed as MD and CEO of HDFC Ergo General Insurance Company Limited. Next, who recently got 1-year extension from ACC to serve as the Director of the Intelligence Bureau up to 30th of June 2025. So Tapan Kumar Deka, right? He has been appointed, or he has been granted 1-year extension to serve as the Director of the Intelligence Bureau till 30th of June 2025. Next, in June, Dash received the approval from ACC to continue serving as the Secretary General of the National Human Rights Commission until 30th of June 2025. So Bharat Lal, he recently received the approval from ACC to continue serving as the Secretary General of the National Human Rights Commission until 30th of June 2025. Next, South Korean K-pop band 17 has been recently named as the first ever UNESCO's Goodwill Ambassador for Youth. And even this 17 K-pop band, this is a boy band, and they have been recently donated $1 million for this UNESCO Goodwill Ambassador for Youth program. Next, who has been recently appointed as the convener of the group of minister of the reconstituted GST rate rationalization panel? So Samrat Chaudhary, right? He has been appointed as the convener of the group of minister of the reconstituted GST rate rationalization panel. And Samrat Chaudhary, he will be succeeding Suresh Khanna. Suresh Khanna. Next, who has been recently appointed as the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of SBI General Insurance Company Limited. So, Naveen Chandra Jha. Naveen Chandra Jha has been appointed as Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of SBI General Insurance Company Limited. And he will be succeeding whom? He will be succeeding Kishore Kumar Poludasu. Next, who has been appointed as the next Secretary General of NATO, that is North Atlantic Treaty Organization, and he will be succeeding Jens Stoltenberg in October 2024. Correct? So Mark Rutte. Mark Rutte is the former acting Prime Minister of Netherlands, not former, acting Prime Minister of Netherlands. And he has been recently appointed as the next Secretary General of NATO, and he will be succeeding Jens Stoltenberg in October 2024. Next, who was recently elected as the Speaker of the 18th Lok Sabha for a second consecutive term? So Om Birla, right? He has been elected as the Speaker of the 18th Lok Sabha for the second consecutive term. Next, which bank has recently appointed Indian tennis player Sumit Nagal as their brand endorser? So which is that bank? It is Bank of Baroda. Bank of Baroda appointed Indian tennis player Sumit Nagal as their brand endorser. Correct? Apart from this, Bank of Baroda has also included PV Sindhu, badminton player, and Shefali Verma, a cricket youth icon, as their endorsers. Next, Indian Army has recently received India's first indigenous man portable suicide drones, जिसका क्या नाम है, जिसको डिज़ाइन एंड डेवलप किया गया है बाय इकोनॉमिक्स एक्सप्लोसिव लिमिटेड के द्वारा. तो नगास्त्रा 1, इसका नाम नगास्त्रा 1 है. ये आपका मैन पोर्टेबल सुसाइड ड्रोन, जिसको डिज़ाइन एंड डेवलप किया गया है इकोनॉमिक्स एक्सप्लोसिव लिमिटेड के द्वारा. नेक्स्ट, नेम द इंटरकॉन्टिनेंटल ब्लास्टिक मिसाइल दैट was recently tested by United States Air Force Global Strike Command and US Space Force Guardians from Vandenberg Space Force Base in California, USA से इसको टेस्ट किया गया था. तो क्या नाम है उस इंटरकॉन्टिनेंटल ब्लास्टिक मिसाइल का? वो है माइन्यूट मैन 3. नेक्स्ट, किस कंपनी ने रिसेंटली सिक्योर किया DRDO का कॉन्ट्रैक्ट टू डेवलप अंडर वाटर लॉन्च्ड अनमैन्ड एरियल व्हीकल? तो क्या नाम रहेगा उसका? वो है सागा डिफेंस इंजीनियरिंग प्राइवेट लिमिटेड. ये पुणे महाराष्ट्र बेस्ड कंपनी है. नेक्स्ट, किस कंपनी ने रिसेंटली रिसीव किया रिक्वेस्ट फॉर प्रपोजल फ्रॉम द मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ डिफेंस फॉर 156 प्रचंड लाइट कॉम्बैट हेलीकॉप्टर्स वर्थ 45,000 करोड़ रुपीस? तो किसको रिसीव हुआ ये कॉन्ट्रैक्ट? हिंदुस्तान एरोनॉटिक्स लिमिटेड को ये कॉन्ट्रैक्ट रिसीव हुआ. नेक्स्ट, किस कंट्री ने रिसेंटली लॉन्च किया अनमैन्ड सिस्टम फोर्सेस को, जो कि वर्ल्ड का पहला मिलिट्री फोर्स है डेडिकेटेड टू हार्नेसिंग द पावर ऑफ अनमैन्ड वॉरफेयर? वो है यूक्रेन. नेक्स्ट, which of the following force has recently launched the first skin bank facility in New Delhi for advanced care personals and families? देखो स्किन बैंक फैसिलिटी क्या है कि जो आर्मी में लोग होते हैं, राइट, मान लो कोई इंसिडेंट हो गया एंड उनकी कोई बॉम्ब या फिर जलने से किसी भी रीज़न से, या फिर कोई गन मार्क आ गया, आपके नाइफ का मार्क आ गया, तो उस लिए स्किन को क्योर करने के लिए, करेक्ट, सर्जरी करने के लिए ये स्किन बैंक फैसिलिटी सेटअप की गई है. आर्म फोर्स मेडिकल सर्विसेज पे ये सेटअप की गई है इनके द्वारा, इनके हेडक्वार्टर पर, राइट. और ये किसके द्वारा लॉन्च की गई है? विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग फोर्स लॉन्च दिस फर्स्ट स्किन बैंक फैसिलिटी? तो इंडियन आर्मी के द्वारा इसको लॉन्च किया गया. नेक्स्ट, विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग हैज़ रिसेंटली साइंड एन MOU विद मिलिट्री कॉलेज ऑफ टेलीकम्युनिकेशन इंजीनियरिंग टू एडवांस कोलैबोरेशन इन नेक्स्ट जनरेशन वायरलेस टेक्नोलॉजीज फॉर द इंडियन आर्मी? वो है सोसाइटी फॉर अप्लाइड माइक्रोवेव इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स इंजीनियरिंग एंड रिसर्च, समीर के द्वारा ये यहाँ पे नेक्स्ट जनरेशन वायरलेस टेक्नोलॉजी को लॉन्च किया गया फॉर द इंडियन आर्मी. नेक्स्ट, विद विच कंपनी मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ डिफेंस इन्होंने रिसेंटली एक कॉन्ट्रैक्ट साइन किया टू डिज़ाइन एंड डेवलप अ मिनिचराइज सैटेलाइट कैपेबल ऑफ कैरिंग पेलोड्स ऑफ अप टू 150 kgs फॉर द इंडियन एयरफोर्स? तो वो रहेगा स्पेस पिक्सल टेक्नोलॉजीज प्राइवेट लिमिटेड. नेक्स्ट, इन जून डॉक्टर समीर वी कामत, जो कि DRDO के चेयरमैन हैं, इन्होंने हैंड ओवर किया मीडियम रेंज माइक्रोवेव ऑब्सक्रेंट शेफ रॉकेट टू द रियर एडमिरल ब्रिजेश वशिष्ठा, जो डायरेक्टर जनरल हैं ऑफ नेवल आर्मेंट इंस्पेक्शन की ऑफ इंडियन नेवी, एट अ सेरेमनी जो कि न्यू दिल्ली में हुई. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट आ जाता है उस हीट हाई स्पीड एक्सपेंडेबल एरियल टारगेट का नाम बताओ दैट रिसेंटली कंप्लीटेड 6 कॉन्जिक्यूटिव डेवलपमेंट ट्रायल्स सक्सेसफुली बाय डीआरडीओ। तो उसका नाम रहेगा अभ्यास। ठीक है, चलिए ये तो हो गए डिफेंस के क्वेश्चन। अब आ जाते हैं आपके साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी के ऊपर। पहला क्वेश्चन, नेम द मल्टी मिशन कम्युनिकेशन सैटेलाइट जो लॉन्च की गई एट द शिजेंग सैटेलाइट लॉन्च सेंटर इन चाइना यूजिंग लॉन्ग मार्च 3B कैरियर रॉकेट। तो उसका नाम रहेगा पार्कसैट MM-1। नेक्स्ट, नेम द चाइना नेशनल स्पेस एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन लूनर प्रोब दैट रिसेंटली मेड अ सॉफ्ट लैंडिंग ऑन मून्स फार साइड टू कलेक्ट एंड रिटर्न सैंपल्स। तो क्या नाम है उस सैटेलाइट का? वो है चेंगी 6, चाइना की है। मून के फार साइड पे इन्होंने लैंड किया, करेक्ट, ताकि वहाँ से सैंपल्स कलेक्ट करके ये वापस आ सके फॉर रिसर्च पर्पस। नेक्स्ट, विच ऑर्गेनाइजेशन हैज़ रिसेंटली डेवलप्ड द कॉम्पिटिशनल फ्लूइड डायनेमिक सॉफ्टवेयर नेम्ड प्रभा। प्रभा क्या है? पैरेलल रैन सॉल्वर फॉर एरोस्पेस व्हीकल एरोथर्मोडायनेमिक एनालिसिस। तो किस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ने डेवलप किया है ये कॉम्पिटिशनल फ्लूइड डायनेमिक सॉफ्टवेयर प्रभा को? तो ये डेवलप किया गया है इसरो के द्वारा, इंडियन स्पेस रिसर्च ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के द्वारा। Next, name the satellite that was recently launched by European Space Agency to study the role of clouds and aerosols in Earth's climate। तो वो है अर्थ केयर, राइट। अर्थ केयर के द्वारा, उस सैटेलाइट का नाम है अर्थ केयर, जिन्होंने लॉन्च किया किसके द्वारा? यूरोपियन स्पेस एजेंसी के द्वारा, इन कोलैबोरेशन विद जाक्सा के साथ मिलकर इन्होंने अर्थ केयर को लॉन्च किया है, ताकि क्लाउड्स और एरोसोल इनका क्या हम स्टडी, इनका क्या रोल रहता है, इनकी क्या प्रोसेस रहती है अर्थ के क्लाइमेट को मेंटेन करने में। नेक्स्ट, किस स्पेस कंपनी के स्टारलाइनर स्पेसक्राफ्ट को लिफ्ट ऑफ किया गया टू स्पेस ऑन इट्स मेडन वॉयज टू द इंटरनेशनल स्पेस स्टेशन, जिसमें नासा के 2 एस्ट्रोनॉट्स थे, बुच विल्मोर एंड सुनीता विलियम्स। ये है बोइंग। और एक चीज़ याद रखेंगे, ये दोनों एस्ट्रोनॉट्स अभी रिसेंटली इंटरनेशनल स्पेस स्टेशन पे ही हैं। इनको काफ़ी पहले वापस आ जाना था, लेकिन बिकॉज ऑफ सम टेक्निकल रीजंस अभी ये यहाँ इंटरनेशनल स्पेस स्टेशन पे ही फंसे हुए हैं। एंड माना जा रहा है कि ये 2025 तक इसमें फंसे रहेंगे एंड 25 के स्टार्टिंग मंथ्स में ये वापस आएंगे। नेक्स्ट, नेम द सैटेलाइट मिशन दैट इज सेट टू बी लॉन्च्ड इन 2025 बाय इसरो विद कोलैबोरेशन ऑफ फ्रांस CNES। तो क्या नाम रहेगा? तृष्णा। इसरो एंड CNES मिलके इन्होंने इस तृष्णा को लॉन्च किया। तृष्णा क्या है? थर्मल इंफ्रारेड इमेजिंग सैटेलाइट फॉर हाई रेजोल्यूशन नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज असेसमेंट। नेक्स्ट, नेम द लॉन्च व्हीकल डेवलप्ड बाय SpaceX दैट हैज़ रिसेंटली completed द फर्स्ट फुल फ्लाइट टेस्ट रिटर्निंग टू अर्थ फॉलोड बाय अ सॉफ्ट स्प्लैश डाउन ऑफ द बूस्टर्स गल्फ ऑफ मैक्सिको में एंड द स्पेसक्राफ्ट इन द इंडियन ओशन। तो बूस्टर्स गिरे गल्फ ऑफ मैक्सिको में, स्पेसक्राफ्ट गिरा इंडियन ओशन में। क्या नाम है उस लॉन्च व्हीकल का? वो है स्टारशिप। नेक्स्ट, रिसेंटली इन जून द इंटरनेशनल एस्ट्रोनॉटिकल यूनियन हैज़ नेम्ड 3 न्यूली डिस्कवर्ड क्रेटर्स ऑन मार्स, राइट। इनको डिस्कवर किया गया बाय फिजिकल रिसर्च लेबोरेटरी के द्वारा, राइट। एंड जो बिगेस्ट क्रेटर है उसका नेम रखा गया है कॉस्मिक रे फिजिसिस्ट के ऊपर, उनका नाम है प्रोफेसर देवेंद्र लाल। 3 क्रेटर्स क्या रहेंगे? लाल क्रेटर, दूसरा है आपका मुरसान क्रेटर, फिर आ जाता है हिल्सा क्रेटर। ये 3 क्रेटर है। मुरसान एक टाउन है यूपी में, हिल्सा एक टाउन है बिहार में। नेक्स्ट, विच कंपनी हैज़ रिसेंटली रिसीव्ड द अप्रूवल फ्रॉम इन स्पेस फॉर सिक्योर्ड लैंडिंग राइट्स एंड मार्केट एक्सेस टू ऑपरेट सैटेलाइट्स अबव इंडिया। तो किस कंपनी को ये अप्रूवल रिसीव हुआ फ्रॉम इन स्पेस? ये है ऑर्बिट कनेक्ट इंडिया। नेक्स्ट, किस यूनिवर्सिटी ने रिसेंटली इंस्टॉल किया ग्लोबल नेविगेशन सैटेलाइट सिस्टम को रिसीवर को एंड स्पेस वेदर लेबोरेटरी को एट इट्स कैंपस इन कोलैबोरेशन विद नेशनल एटमॉस्फेरिक रिसर्च लेबोरेटरी ऑफ द इसरो? वो है मानव रचना यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ दिल्ली। नेक्स्ट, विच फाउंडेशन हैज़ रिसेंटली लॉन्च द फर्स्ट ऑफ इट्स काइंड इनोवेशन लैब फॉर आई केयर इन इंडिया? तो संकरा फाउंडेशन के द्वारा अभी फर्स्ट ऑफ इट्स काइंड इनोवेशन लैब को लॉन्च किया गया है फॉर आई केयर इन इंडिया। नेक्स्ट, चाइना ने सक्सेसफुली लॉन्च किया स्पेस वेरिएबल ऑब्जेक्ट्स मॉनिटर्स को थ्रू अ लॉन्ग मार्च 2C कैरियर रॉकेट एट शिजेंग सैटेलाइट लॉन्च सेंटर इन सिचुआन प्रोविंस। ये जो प्रोजेक्ट है इसको लेड किया गया बाय CNSA एंड CNES। CNES कहाँ की है? ये फ्रांस की स्पेस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, ठीक है, एंड CNSA ये चाइना की। नेक्स्ट, व्हाट इज द नेम ऑफ इसरोज रीयूजेबल लॉन्च व्हीकल, जिसको सक्सेसफुली जिसने कंप्लीट किया थर्ड ऑटोनोमस लैंडिंग एक्सपेरिमेंट को 23 जून 2024 में, उसका नाम क्या रहेगा? वो है पुष्पक। राइट, इंडिया का और इसरो का रीयूजेबल लॉन्च व्हीकल रहेगा ये। नेक्स्ट, व्हाट इज द नेम ऑफ द सैटेलाइट दैट नासा सक्सेसफुली लॉन्च्ड इन जून विच रिप्रेजेंट्स द फोर्थ एंड फाइनल सैटेलाइट इन द सीरीज ऑफ एडवांस वेदर सैटेलाइट्स फॉर नेशनल ओशनिक एंड एटमॉस्फेरिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन। ये है गोज यू सैटेलाइट का नाम। नेक्स्ट, which organization has recently signed a launch service agreement with Space Machines Company to launch the second Optimus spacecraft, that is the largest Australian designed and built spacecraft weighing 450 kilograms। तो ये है NSIL। NSIL क्या है? ये कमर्शियल आर्म है किसका? इसरो का। ठीक है, इन्होंने रिसेंटली ये साइन किया एक लॉन्च सर्विस एग्रीमेंट विद स्पेस मशीन्स कंपनी, ताकि सेकेंड ऑप्टिमस स्पेसक्राफ्ट को लॉन्च किया जा सके, जो कि लार्जेस्ट ऑस्ट्रेलियन डिजाइन एंड बिल्ड स्पेसक्राफ्ट रहेगा 450 किलोग्राम का। तो दोस्तों ये थे हमारे इंपॉर्टेंट करंट अफेयर्स। अब आ जाते हैं कुछ रिवीजन पार्ट पर जो कि आपकी लर्निंग में हेल्प करेगा। विच मिनिस्ट्री हैज़ रिसेंटली लॉन्च द वर्जन 4.0 प्राइस मॉनिटरिंग सिस्टम मोबाइल एप्लीकेशन। तो वर्जन 4.0 PMS मोबाइल एप्लीकेशन ये भी लॉन्च की गई, किस मिनिस्ट्री के द्वारा लॉन्च की गई? मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ कंज्यूमर अफेयर्स, फूड एंड पब्लिक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन के द्वारा इसको लॉन्च किया गया। पहले यहाँ पे 22 कॉमोडिटीज़ थी इसके अंदर, और अब इसके अंदर 16 कॉमोडिटीज़ को और ऐड कर दिया गया है, तो टोटल अब 38 कॉमोडिटीज़ हो गई हैं यहाँ पर।